It was Christmas Eve, 1945, in Fayetteville, West Virginia. The Sodder family, a large and vibrant household, settled in for the night. 10 children, along with their parents, George and Jenny, were tucked into their beds. The festive quiet of the evening would soon be shattered. By morning, an unimaginable tragedy had struck. 5 of those children were gone, vanished without a trace. No bodies were ever found in the aftermath. To this day, no one truly knows what happened to them. This is the enduring and unsettling mystery of the Sodder children. Around 1 o'clock in the morning, a fire erupted in the Sodder home. George Sodder was awakened by the smell of smoke and a loud thud. He quickly alerted his wife, Jenny, and they began to evacuate their children. George and Jenny managed to escape the inferno with 4 of their children. However, 5 others remained trapped inside the burning structure. Maurice, Martha, Louise, Jenny and Betty were still in their upstairs bedrooms. The wooden house was quickly engulfed in flames. It burned to the ground in less than an hour, reducing everything to ashes. Yet, when investigators later searched the debris, a chilling discovery was made. Despite the intensity of the blaze, no human remains were found. There were no bones, no fragments, nothing to indicate the children had perished in the fire. This absence immediately cast a shadow of doubt over the official explanation. The circumstances surrounding the fire were riddled with unsettling anomalies. These strange clues only deepened the mystery, suggesting something far more sinister than a simple accident. The family's phone line, their only means of calling for help, had been cut. This deliberate act indicated premeditation. It suggested someone had intended to isolate the Sodder home. The ladder, which George always kept leaning against the house, was missing from its usual spot. This ladder would have been crucial for reaching the upstairs windows where the children were trapped. Its disappearance at such a critical moment was highly suspicious. George's 2 coal trucks, usually reliable, both refused to start. This prevented him from driving to town for help or attempting a rescue. The simultaneous failure of both vehicles seemed too coincidental. Investigators initially claimed the fire was too hot to leave any bones behind. However, forensic experts later strongly disagreed with this assessment. They stated that even in intense fires, some bone fragments or dental evidence would almost certainly remain. The lack of any such evidence was highly unusual and pointed away from the children perishing in the blaze. As the years passed, the Sodder parents clung to the hope that their children were still alive. Their hope was fueled by numerous reported sightings of the children. People claimed to have seen them in various locations, often under strange circumstances. One sighting placed 2 of the children at a hotel in Charleston, West Virginia, shortly after the fire. Another report suggested they were seen in passing cars, seemingly being transported by unknown individuals. Some witnesses even described seeing the children with strangers who appeared to be hiding them. These accounts, though unconfirmed, gave the Sodders reason to believe their children had been kidnapped. George Sodder, an Italian immigrant, had been outspoken in his criticism of Benito Mussolini and the fascist regime. This stance had reportedly made him enemies within the local Italian community. The parents theorized that the fire was a diversion. They believed it was a cover-up for an abduction, possibly as an act of revenge or intimidation. The idea that the children were taken, rather than consumed by the fire, became a central tenet of their desperate search. The disappearance of the Sodder children has spawned numerous theories, each attempting to explain the inexplicable. One prevailing theory suggests the children did indeed die in the fire. Proponents of this view argue that the intense heat simply incinerated their remains completely, leaving no trace. However, this theory struggles to account for the expert testimony regarding bone preservation in fires. It also fails to explain the strange clues surrounding the incident. Another prominent theory posits that the children were kidnapped. This could have been an act of revenge against George Sodder for his political views. It might also have been part of an extortion plot or a more personal vendetta. The cut phone line, the missing ladder, and the stalled trucks all lend credence to the idea of premeditated foul play. More elaborate conspiracy theories have also emerged over the decades. Some speculate about the involvement of organized crime, such as the mafia. Others point to political enemies or even a secret society. These theories often suggest a sophisticated operation to abduct the children and erase all evidence. Despite decades of investigation and speculation, no solid proof has ever definitively solved the case. The truth remains elusive, hidden beneath layers of unanswered questions. The Sodder parents never gave up their relentless search for answers. They spent the rest of their lives pursuing every lead, no matter how faint. They even erected a large billboard on US Route 16, begging for information about their missing children. The billboard featured photographs of the 5 smiling faces, a constant reminder of their enduring hope and heartbreak. Decades have passed since that fateful Christmas Eve. The house is long gone and the parents have passed away. Yet, the truth is still missing, just like the 5 children. The case remains one of America's most perplexing unsolved mysteries. It stands as a chilling testament to the unknown, a story that continues to haunt and intrigue. So what do you think happened that night? Was it a tragic fire or something far darker and more sinister? Drop your theory in the comments below. Subscribe to BrainSnack for more mysteries that history never solved.